I haven't even opened this one. These are a lot more recent than all my like disposable pictures. These are from like my actual film camera. These are all color film too. And these, I'm very proud of them. Obviously, you're not going to be able to see what any of these look like. But maybe if we just like hold it up against the light, then you'll be able to see it. I first kind of got introduced to photography from my friend that I was friends with since like 5th grade, Lauren. And she was always into photography way before I was. And then it wasn't until like when we got out of high school that I started to like kind of be interested in taking photos, because she would always be the one like taking photos of me. Lauren gave me her old Canon, so I would do a lot of digital and film. So now I'm like really into like the digital stuff. I didn't really start like taking photos till after I moved away from Riverside to where I am now. Honestly, I have this one up on my wall. This was like another shot that I did. This was with a disposable camera, so it's like kind of But this one is just beautiful to me, because like this is the first time I went to Idaho in my life, and like the first time I went to somewhere where there's like nature, and just like the water is insane to me, and the trees, like it literally looks like something like out of a movie to me. Advice that I would give people if they want to like start photography is to know that you're going to take ugly photos, and you're not going to know how to use your camera right away. No matter what camera you use, no matter how many like YouTube tutorials you watch, you're going to struggle, and they're going to be ugly. You're going to freak out probably a couple times. When you take pictures of people, make sure that you're taking pictures with your friends and not like going straight into like, oh yeah, I'll charge you $100, and you still like barely know how to use your camera. Don't do that. Take photos of your friends at first. Like, don't overstep your abilities. Say if the sun was out right now, but there were still clouds and it looked pretty, then I would like include the clouds inside the photo. If I was in like a park scenery, I would have more of like a setup. Like I would do like a picnic, and where like everything's really cute with like a basket and flowers, not so much like the scenery like around here, unless it actually looks pretty, because it's just like a boring park. I need like a set, you know? These are like enlargement prints. So because they were exposed to sunlight for so long, obviously they look terrible like this, and it looks like it's like this is sun damage. And don't do what I did. If you make enlargement prints of film photos, do not leave them on your wall. The reason why I really enjoy having photography as a hobby is honestly just like being able to see like how something that you literally created yourself, like I took this photo, I edited it, and not just like, oh, like on a iPhone, like I took this photo, this is my photo. But no, it's like so much more. Like people don't really respect photography like as a profession or as a hobby. I feel like it's really cliche, and so much like art does go into it when you actually care about it. And when I take pictures of people, I love like when someone says like, oh my god, like this is so good, and like they actually tell me it. Like the validation is just like really nice, even though that if that might sound like really narcissistic, but like validation, you definitely do need that in photography, because if no one's telling you like, oh, like this is a really good picture, then you're probably not gonna like continue doing it. Because like even though you might be like, oh, these are really good and I know that they're good, you obviously need that. But then having people who are going to potentially like have you come back, take photos for them again, or even pay you at some point in your life, you want their like approval. Smile, but keep looking, but like you're smiling.